Swiss franc and the Japanese yen. So the yen is nice because it's going to move, it gives us nice movement. So let's look at the Aussie yen. And in the Aussie yen, as we did the Aussie yen, right? Yeah, we did the Aussie yen, I'm sorry. We did the Aussie yen. So we did now the Euro Aussie. The next one we're going to do is the Aussie Swiss. And as you can see, this is, and if you look at this chart, if you take a mental picture of this chart, you would see that all the Swiss pairs pretty much look the same way. They all started the bull run or the lows of the Swiss was set sometime between July and August of last year, and it's been pushing higher. We are now above the structure point, which is 99.44. We have closed the week at 102.68. Again, we're looking at to be sellers of the Swiss, and therefore we're looking to be buyers of the Aussie. So since we are in such a kind of a small congestion, if you will, so our selling will be clear where we're going to sell it. We're going to find the buying point and the selling point from the intraday chart. That is the intraday chart. It is pretty much moving in an upward move since the 12th, and what's concerning me is this. We really didn't have any structural failures to the upside that would allow this trend change, if you will. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. To me, the way I see this, because I have this kind of momentum all the way to the downside, this is pretty much, and this goes back to the work that we did looking at the indices, that Friday the Australian dollar came back above the 102.24 on the dollar index and above the 182. So we're just poking our heads above the structure point with regards to the Aussie dollar, and that's the key pair in this case. So this, as it stands for me, this is still a gift. The momentum is still to the downside. I'm looking at the chart. I mean, this is what we had. No, I stand corrected. This is not a gift. But sorry, this is the chart over here. So we're looking actually to be buyers of this, and we traded below. Look at all of this daily chart. We have failed to trade below the 99.44 level, which is basically our structure point. We closed at 100.26. This is kind of tricky. The pound, so the Aussie Swiss is kind of tricky because the trend is so strong to the upside. Anyway, let's do this just to be on the safe. We are going to short it from here because we always have to have a plan of shorting it from 99.91. That would be our short point. If we do, we're going to place our stop above the 3-day high, which is 101.06, and our structure short point is going to be the 99.44. Let me put that here. So we're going to short below 91. Our structure short point is going to be 0.9944, and therefore our stop is going to be 1.0016. That is on the short side. Going long, we can take it above the high and the next structural point to the upside is this one here, $101.52. Okay, so we are going to buy it above the high of the day, and the high of the day was $10040. Let's make it $10040. Okay, and if I do, I'm going to place my stop right below the 3-day high, so I'm not going to give it much room. So my stop is going to be here. So my stop is going to be the 10016 is going to be my long stop and my short stop, and the next structure long point is the 101.52. So for the Aussie Swiss, I am looking for it to continue the upward trend, to continue as long as it's above the 99.44, to continue higher. I am buying above the high of the day, which is 10040. If I do, I'm placing my stop below the 3-day high, which is the 10016. And I have a structural long point, which would be brilliant, which we're close to it. We're just 120 pips away from that, which is doable to be reached, and it acts as a magnet to pull the prices, which is the 101.52. And on the short side, we are only going to go short below the 4-day highs if it does come and trade before the 4-day highs, which is the 99.91. And my stop is, and my structural short point is going to be the 99.44, which is this structural point over here. And my stop is going to be the same, the 10016. Okay, that is the Aussie Swiss. Let me save the chart.